Chronically ill people do not want to be chronically ill. Accusing a chronically ill person of not doing enough to get better is just fucking weird and insane and just shows how uneducated you are about chronic illness. Chronic illness is not a one-size-fits-all. Treatments are not a one-size-fits-all. How our bodies respond is not a one-size-fits-all. We are doing everything in our power to get better, but everyone's body and everyone's chronic illnesses are different.
Having a chronic illness can make you feel like a burden. Also, I'm making hot chocolate. Even before I got sick, I felt like I was taking up space. Went to a grocery store, I felt like I was in everyone's way. And now that I have a chronic illness, it's even worse. I feel uncomfortable bringing my walker out with me. I feel like people are gonna be staring. I feel like I'm gonna be taking up too much space. And we are working on that. If you have a chronic illness, you are not taking up space and you are not a burden. Your chronic illness is a burden to you. So if you are someone with a chronic illness or you just feel like a burden, like you take up space and you're looking for community, this account might be for you. Bye.
A friendly reminder that just because the chronically ill people in your life are not voicing the pain and discomfort that they're experiencing does not mean they're not experiencing it. We get tired of always talking about our pain, but we spend most of our day in pain of some type and usually only voice it when it's really, really, really bad. So when they voice it, believe them.
I don't think people realise how much you lose with a chronic illness. You don't just lose your energy, you lose your freedom, you lose your ability to just wake up and live without thinking about it. You lose your hobbies, your outlets, the little things that used to make you feel like you. You lose your dreams, you lose your aspirations, you lose hope for life sometimes because everything you pictured for yourself feels out of reach. You lose friends, you lose opportunities, you lose plans you were excited about and the version of yourself you thought you were becoming. The hardest thing about all of this is that the world doesn't see what you've lost, they only see what's left behind. They see you sat at home smiling, posting, maybe even laughing, but they don't see everything you've had to let go of just to still be here. So you don't just lose your health with chronic illness, you lose pieces of your life over and over again. Nothing gaslights you more in life than your own chronic illness. It tricks you, makes you feel normal for a day, and suddenly you're thinking, maybe I'm fine, maybe this is over. So you do a thing, just a tiny thing, maybe get dressed, maybe answer an email, make a cup of tea. Then boom, that's it, you've been had. The illness smacks you around the head and you're out for weeks. Weeks! Because apparently that one tiny burst of hope was too much to handle. It would be like living with a monster that occasionally pretends to leave just so it can lock you in the cupboard again. Chronic illness, chronically gaslighting, go away.
I just saw a post of healthy people talking about how many times do they shower in a week, and everyone in the comments was like, if you're not showering every day, you're disgusting, that's so gross, basic hygiene, blah, 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 blah. I truly hope none of those people ever become chronically ill, because, oh my God, they're in for a rude awakening if they ever do.
The horse used the elevator. I didn't know he knew how to do that.
Hey, Marcus, what are you doing here?
Robert, I've accidentally atomized an Applebee's.
Okay, I'm filming this while I remember. I finally wrote down some of the feelings I had during a POTS episode, so here's what a POTS episode feels like, the best I can describe. So when I say episode, I'm referring to the non-responsive, seizure-looking episodes that I have. I do not have seizures, I have been tested, but I also don't go fully unconscious. I'm still aware of my surroundings, besides my sight, because my eyes do roll back into my head, and oftentimes I don't remember a lot of stuff, but I still am conscious, I'm okay, I'm just basically crashing. When these crashes happen, here's the best I can describe how it feels. Your heart feels like you are running a marathon currently. Not that you just finished one, but you are currently running a marathon. I have run before. I've run a 5K. Now, of course, I was chronically ill and I did have asthma, so it felt a little bit worse than I guess a healthy person would feel. But that is the best I can feel. I can describe it. It just feels like you're currently running a race, but your body is not going anywhere, but your breath is trying to catch up with the rest of your body. On top of that, when I am on the ground, not only does it feel like I am backflipping, like in outer space, but gravity feels 10 times stronger, like I'm on another planet, and it feels like there's a magnet below the floor that's pulling me to the floor, and that is going to pull me through the floor. Like, I feel like I am going to break the floor with my weight, and I'm just going to be pulled through the floor. I don't even know, it just feels like that. Sometimes I will feel tingling or burning because I'm overheated or I'm freezing. Depending on what my blood is doing. I usually will feel my blood pooling in my legs, and it will feel really hot and very uncomfortable, almost like my feet are going to explode. I will also sometimes have my ears ringing. Sometimes the world will be spinning, I'll be dizzy, but most of the time I'm just lightheaded at least, where again, like all the feelings I just described earlier, I'm feeling. This can cause or can come with a sense of panic, so sometimes after or before I have an episode, I kind of fall into a panic attack state as well, because it is such a scary feeling. It kind of feels like you're going to pass away, but of course I know that's not going to happen, but my body is like going into fight or flight. It's like, what is going on? It can't regulate, and it's kind of scary. And then lastly, with all of those combined, I might be shaking or twitching, might feel these jerks all over, which I cannot control, and it's very annoying, especially when it's my abdomen and I'm shooting my torso up, because it's like a really intense ab workout that I cannot control, and it's so annoying. Overall, just the loss of control of my body is just very scary. Trying to stay awake, trying to stay conscious, and trying not to hurt myself, trying to breathe, all of that is just a lot and scary and very painful, especially when you can't breathe, or if you hurt yourself, or at the very least, it's annoying. But at the worst, it's really painful and anxiety-inducing, and unfortunate, especially with the timing. But that is the best I can describe what a POTS episode feels like.
If you told me 3 years ago I'd be in a 2-year-long relationship by the time I was 17, I would have laughed in your face.
Here are 10 simple things I've done in my life to help me living with POTS. Number 1, I started wearing a 24/7 heart rate monitor. I used to have my Apple Watch, and I had the Tachymon app, but it would make my watch die pretty quickly, so I switched over to the visible armband, and so far I love it. It lasts for 5 days, and then you just have to charge it for 30 minutes, and so far this is the best thing I've come across, and I really love the app because I can track my symptoms and all sorts of stuff. Number 2, I sit down when it's not necessary to be standing, which is kind of a hard change to make because I usually feel like if I'm sitting down, I'm being lazy and I'm not being helpful enough wherever I am. But I've realized that sometimes I really do have to put my health first and I need to sit. So even when I've worked on different film sets or been at social gatherings, I'm trying to get to a point where I'm not afraid to sit down. And usually I tell the people around me, like, hey, I kind of have like health issues, I need to be sitting, because otherwise I feel like bad and lazy because I'm young and I don't look like I have any health problems. So I usually kind of over-explain myself, but sitting down when I don't have to be standing has been critical. Number 3, I wear compression garments. I have a bunch of compression socks like these. These are kind of cute. And I also have like this corset thing that I can wear around my waist. I feel like this has actually promoted better blood flow than the socks have. And I've also heard it's better to have the thigh-high socks, but I just don't currently have any of those. But both of these I feel like have been helpful. Maybe it's placebo, but I wear them because I try my best to do everything I can. Number 4, I carry a water bottle everywhere I go. This has about 40 ounces. I actually want to buy a different water bottle that doesn't leak so easily, but also carries this much and can fit in a cup holder. So I'll do that soon, but I pretty much never go anywhere without a water bottle now because I try to consistently drink water. Number 5, I've changed my eating habits a lot. I started eating a lot healthier and a lot more frequent but smaller meals. Rather than 3 big meals a day, I'll eat about like 6 smaller meals a day. And I've also been using the Fig app a lot to figure out what foods are going to be anti-inflammatory and gut friendly, because I'm really trying to take care of my bloating situation that I have very easily with my endometriosis and my whole vomiting thing going on. So trying to take care of my stomach, and overall, if I eat bigger meals and more carb heavy meals, all my blood rushes to my digestive system and I just feel lightheaded and dizzy and my heart hurts. And so eating less and better, but more frequently, helps a lot. Number 6, I made one of these cards that I have in my wallet with emergency instructions on what to do if I have a fainting episode out in public and I'm not with a family member or a close friend that knows about my condition. So on the back side of this, which I'm not going to show you, is my personal information, my medical condition, which is POTS, and my emergency contacts. And then on this side, it basically just says, hey, it's fine, I'm cool, no need to call 911, just watch me, make sure I don't like choke on my own saliva or stop breathing or something. So this I will take out if I start to feel like I'm about to pass out in public, and I will have handy just in case I do pass out and someone can find this. Number 7, I always have electrolytes in stock. As you can see, it's a lot of lemon right now. I guess those were all at the bottom, but my favorite are Liquid IV, lemon lime, and the cotton candy flavors. I'm sure there's lots of other really good electrolytes out there, but I feel like Liquid IV's kind of been the only thing to be actually helpful for me. So I always have those in stock, and I drink at least one a day. Number 8, I actually have my salt and my pills on my keys right here. So I have my heart pills right here, and I have salt in here and my heart pills and this purple one. So I always have those with me. It's great because a lot of times I go places and I need to put salt on whatever I'm eating and I don't have it, so I have it on my keys. And then I also have my heart pills because I need those with me everywhere I go. Number 9, I prioritize my sleep. This has been a really hard adjustment because I feel guilty if I sleep in, and I feel guilty if I'm not being productive enough, but I'm trying to teach myself that it's okay to sleep in and it's okay to get enough sleep, because when I don't, that is one of my biggest symptom triggers, and I know that if I don't get enough sleep, it is bad. The whole rest of the day, I will not only be fatigued, but my heart will hurt, it'll be racing, I'll be lightheaded, I'll be dizzy. It'll be worse because I'll be less productive and I will be pretty much bedbound the rest of the day anyways, so I might as well get the sleep that I need. Number 10 is kind of along the same lines. I'm trying to be kinder to myself and be a little bit more patient with myself. It is very hard, like I have mentioned before, to not be productive and not be on my feet and getting a bunch done, especially because I feel like I'm able to, I can do this and do that, when in reality, if I do this and do that, I end up crashing for several days after and I'm unable to do anything. And so I'm really trying hard to be easier on myself, to take care of my body, like I said, with my diet, with my sleep, just overall being kinder to myself and listening to my doctors. I'm not always very good at it, but I'm definitely trying. I have had POTS, or have known I've had POTS for a couple of years, but it's still overall really hard to make life changes to adjust to that because it's kind of hard being chronically ill. But I think I'm doing pretty good and I'm taking care of myself, and those are the 10 main things that I'm doing to help myself live with POTS.
Hello, here's my child who needs braces, as all of my other children have. Huzzah, correct, your child needs braces. Their teeth are pretty straight, but we do want to push them together. We also noticed they have an intense overbite. We'll fix that with some headgear, should be good to go in about 1.5 years. I think it was close to 2 years. Alright, well the teeth are perfectly cinched together so much so that we can't get a floss through them, but the overbite is not fixed. Have you actually been wearing the headgear? Yep, every night. Alright, we're just gonna take your headgear off and everything anyway. Turns out it was working, but my jaw resets itself. Hello, you're here because you have some teeth concerns. What are your teeth concerns? My bottom 2 front teeth are super erupting. Well, yeah, on your chart here it says you have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Why are you telling me that like that's an obvious answer to this problem? Because it is. Without Invisalign, your teeth are gonna reset themselves. What do you mean?
This is so humiliating!
No, I'm fine. It only hurts when I move.
How's your pain today?
It's like a burning inside of my joints. Like a 4 out of 10. I have no energy and my whole body hurts. It's gonna rain later.
How are you feeling today?
No idea. I am too dissociated to feel my body, so probably bad. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm just standing up.
It feels like my body has waged war on me. And we're both losing.
What's up?
No matter how I sit, the inside of my knees feel like they're full of hot coals. I've been better. No amount of THC can fix this problem.
So you don't want any?
I didn't say that.
Being chronically ill is so fun because once in a while you'll get to play the game that I'm playing right now, which is I have a fever. What is it from? My fever is 99.6. That's so fun. It went to 100 and then went down. So, okay. But could be COVID. I tested for COVID, came back negative. But could be early to test. Could be strep. Could be because my period is supposed to be here any moment now, and sometimes before my period I end up developing a low-grade fever, or could be a secret mysterious fourth thing. And that's the fun part. You never know.
Oh, you don't think medical gaslighting exists? Here's a genuine conversation I had with a doctor a couple of months ago. Hi, I've got 3 quite concerning symptoms here that I'd like to discuss with you, please. Why are you wearing a mask? Are you poorly? Oh no, I haven't got a cold or anything, but I've got long COVID, so I'm just trying to protect myself and others in like a medical setting. Right, okay. The first symptom I'm a little bit concerned about is that I've had blood in my stool for a couple of weeks. Have you got any family history of colon cancer or anything? Oh no, I haven't. Well, for someone your age to have colon cancer is quite rare, so you don't need to worry about that. Oh, it's just like I just want to get it checked out because I'm quite concerned about it. Well, you should only be concerned about it if you've got other symptoms too. Right, and what other symptoms are they? Well, if you've lost all your appetite and you've lost a significant amount of weight, or you're very fatigued. Yeah, I've got all 3 of those symptoms, yeah. But that's probably the long COVID, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know. That's why I'm here to see you. Right. Could I just get it checked out, please? If you really want me to. Okay, and my other symptoms is like related to POTS. POTS? Yeah, like I get really dizzy and lightheaded when I stand and my heart rate goes up. POTS has nothing to do with heart rate, it's all to do with your blood pressure. Okay, well, can we investigate that then further, please? I think you should just drink a bit more water. No, I do drink a lot of water because my third point out of all of this is like I get really bad kidney pain, so like I feel like drinking water is really important. Or maybe you're drinking too much water then. Don't know. Where is the kidney pain? Just like here. Yeah, that's not kidney pain, that's musculoskeletal. Okay, so is there anything that can be done about any of these? No, I don't think there's anything to worry about. Okay, bye. Bye.
If you have POTS, here are 5 seriously high sodium snacks that don't pack a salty punch. Sometimes you might need a little more sodium because you're facing symptoms, but you might just be sick of stuff that tastes salty. So these are 5 snacks that are high in sodium that don't necessarily taste salty. First up, barbecue sauce. Although not a snack on its own, it's great to pair with other options, and there are approximately 175 milligrams of sodium in 1 tablespoon of barbecue sauce. Second, salad dressing can be a great source of sodium that doesn't necessarily taste salty. For example, did you know that most Thousand Island salad dressings have approximately 250 milligrams per 2 tablespoon serving? Cool beans. Next up, instant vanilla pudding mix. For 1 container, there are 440 milligrams of sodium, and it doesn't taste salty at all. Not filling pudding? Maybe you'll like a Quaker instant oatmeal. There are 270 to 280 milligrams of sodium per serving, depending on the flavor. And last but not least, the one that surprised me most, pancake mix. Did you know that in 1 serving of buttermilk pancake mix, there are 610 milligrams of sodium? Who knew? Let me know what you think of these seriously high sodium snacks, and let me know if you want more ideas.
51, 450. I've just got so many spoons, I just don't know what to do with them. Bye! I know the feeling. Enjoy that marathon. Oh, welcome to the spoon bank. How may I help you today? I was just here, deposited 4 spoons to hoover my entire house. And what seems to be the problem? I ran out of spoons and I was literally hoovering for like 1 minute. Right, let's have a look. I have never had this happen. It looks like you're overdrawn. It's crazy, what? Listen, I am gonna have to ask you this. I hate to ask. Are you chronically ill? You're gonna have to be honest. It will affect your cutlery credit rating. Yeah, I'm chronically ill. Right. Thanks. Okay, so management have just said that since you're chronically ill, it will cost 8,382 spoons for deposit. Since you've already deposited 4, that is 8,378 spoons required for deposit today. I genuinely cannot afford that. We are happy to offer you a reward from our Spoontastic reward scheme. Okay, brilliant. So the current market rate is 0.0003%. And that will be a total of 8,375.5 spoons today for deposit. Just forget it. I don't even like hoovering anyway. Thanks. Bye. Enjoy your dirty floor. Oh, and society thinks that you are lazy.